How did you break your glasses?
I didn't break them. I lost them.
Oh.
I don't know what the fuck happened to them. I mean, there was a lot of mornings of like rushing out of a hotel half awake, so it could have like gone under the bed or something. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
That's not great. But the idea I had, because I was telling you, start bringing some of the little stuff in a couple weeks. So I was going to make my plan next week. Probably do another episode like this next week too.
Okay.
But I was going to make my plan next week because right now, that whole front room now, I've tried taking furniture out of the rooms and kind of staging it there, but there's still a fuck ton of stuff in those rooms.
Yeah.
But once, like next week, try to figure out the bulk pickup, get rid of some of this furniture, or just like repurpose it in another location. And I wanted to get the like podcast area set up. So I was figuring not next week, but the week after, which would be right around the time I was expecting you bring some of like the more smaller stuff.
Yeah.
Just make the first thing like come through with the computer and the setup and everything. And not next week, but the week after, we run the podcast on the new setup.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. That'd be
and
great.
Then that'll be a good reason, like, you know, once a week. Yeah, it's only going to be a week or two after that before you're just in here anyways, but
yeah,
it'll be a good reason, like, come up to do the podcast and you can bring some stuff with you and then we can record and then, you know, I'll go out and do my DoorDash or whatever. But I thought the timing might work perfectly on that, so I'm going to make that my project next week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I've really been counting down the days because it is just making me anxious to be here.
Yeah. I feel you, man. Once I emptied my room, I was like, I need to go. I need to leave.
This is what you left me with, because I'm in such disarray. Everything's like moved around. I took the bookshelf out of my room, wiped it down. The bookshelf that you're lending me, I fixed the back, was like bowing out and separate from the shelf. So I took some Gorilla Glue, stuck it. I got a clothing hanger, hung it through, and that like mortar and pestle that's heavy as fuck. I put that on the other end of the clothing hanger, so it like brought the weight and brought it forward, and I actually fixed it. I like wiped it down and stuff, ready to go. But just there are no glasses. You took all the glasses.
I left 4 cups.
The shitty plastic ones.
Well, I mean,
a paste.
They're glasses. I took all the glass stuff and left the plastic ones because I felt like, you know, it'd be something.
I didn't see them. So I was like looking, I'm like, where the fuck are the cups? And I've been drinking out of the gallon, and I went to do dishes, and I'm like, oh, here they are.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see those at first. I was like, what the fuck?
Because you don't have your fucking glasses.
That's exactly why.
Yeah. Yeah, that was in my effort to, like, that was my original plan last week, was to get what I could of the kitchen packed up. And then I just said fuck it and started loading up all my other shit. So I only ended up taking just the cups.
Yeah, no, all the plates and shit are here still.
Yeah. That was the idea, though. I figured 4 cups would be enough. Because I've been thinking for a long time, too. I wanted to downsize on fucking cups. It's just too much. Too many cups. It's just too easy to, like, use a cup, set it down, and then you just have a collection of cups you've used. Like, I don't know. It's my minimalist mentality kicking back in of, like, I never really use them very much unless I'm just too lazy to grab the thermos. But typically with water, like, I just keep refilling the same thermos. The hydro flask.
That's what I prefer too, because then, you know, if it's a bunch of the same glasses, it could be sat down, everyone's drinking from one, and then like later, it could have been a glass that just had a sip out of it that you used, and you're like, wait a second, was that my glass? So you throw it in the sink, not knowing if it was you or somebody else's glass. You know?
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, because cups build up. You know, if you use a glass and you think, like, I'll use this today, and then you use another one tomorrow, and you have a total of 14 of them, you're gonna have 14 fucking cups in the sink.
Yeah.
And it's just, I hate washing cups, especially if you only use them for water. Like, it's just so pointless. It's like, I have to clean this now, but it only had water in it.
Exactly.
It's just a waste of fucking energy.
Yeah, it's like what are you really cleaning out of it? Like the very minute remnant bacteria and mineral buildup from spring water. You know?
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Yeah, too many cups. Too many fucking cups.
Too many cups.
Maybe we can make a fun video of it where we take them all in the backyard and just smash them on against the wall.
Yeah,
These fucking cups have been ruining my life.
We're already thinking of ways to be shitty tenants. Oh yeah, Mel, we'll take great care of the place. Smash all the fucking glasses in the back. There's like glass shards everywhere.
Well, I mean, I think it goes without saying that we would never do something like that. Ever. Maybe. Okay, we'll talk about it.
You know, if we invite her, maybe it won't be so bad.
I
think,
think
hey, you want to smash some fucking glass.
I think it would be better if we did it in the street, in the front.
Yeah,
like obviously, yeah, a little
no homeowners association. What the fuck are they gonna say?
They're a like, little down the way.
What are you, the HOA?
A little down the way, so we don't have to drive over it. We'll just go around the corner and just smash them in the middle of the night. Take some lawn chairs and go sit the next morning and just watch people get frustrated.
That sounds terrible. I
think it'll be a great time. Let's cause some fucking mayhem.
Oh God.
What are you drinking?
I put all the whiskey stuff in here because they're really cold, but the cork was broken in the other Four Roses bottle, and that's all I have right now. I just drank a piece of cork.
The cork was broken?
Yeah, when I pulled it, it was like stuck in there, and I was trying to pull it out with a fork, and I just pushed it into the bottle. But it seemed to be intact, but there are little pieces of cork in here.
You gotta filter it through your teeth.
Yeah.
You put a lot of fucking rocks in there.
I put all of them because I was like, let's see. I feel like when you put one or two in, it doesn't do anything. So I was going to see if all of them would have an effect.
You're just going to break your teeth trying to take a drink. You're going to get hit with like 6 stones just straight to the mouth.
Yeah, that's what it feels like right now.
That's gonna be fucking terrible.
I should have picked up alcohol at Bevmo, but I went to get a cigar.
Wait, didn't you go to Bevmo?
Yeah, I'm saying all I got was a cigar.
Oh.
I was like, I got the Four Roses at home. You may save a little money since I'm already getting a cigar, you know?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And you took a week off.
Yeah.
A week plus 2. Let's add the plus 2 in there.
Yeah. Week plus 2.
You want to randomly interject here with a welcome back to the podcast?
Yeah.
All right, give it to me.
Back. Welcome back to the podcast. 2D Research Club. Woo-wee. Look at us. We're not where we normally are. We're
Discord edition.
Yeah, again, but this is a little better. The first Discord edition was kind of shitty. I mean, thank you, Mia, for letting me use your MacBook, but a MacBook and AirPods trying to go through the speakers on there was kind of garbage.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest, but I think like it was still fine. You know, we had a decent conversation. It was okay. It wasn't troubling.
Yeah, but it was a better setup.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm gonna leave in and how much I'm gonna take out, but just reiterate the fact the reason why we're doing this is because I'm officially in the house trying to get everything set up for when the move is official. So it'll probably be this week and next week on Discord, and then after that we should have like the bare bones setup of where we're going to do it, but it'll progressively take shape as we're all in here and getting it situated. So, but hey, all that means is that we're a couple weeks out.
Now, do we have a really thin strainer in the kitchen?
I don't think so.
Like God.
Yeah, there might be like a net bag kind of thing that's almost like a tea bag that you might be able to use as a strainer to get the cork out, but I don't know if there's really anything that's going to help you out there.
I feel like if I use one of those, I'm making hooch.
Yeah, right.
They just a bunch of bread and fucking fruit in a Ziploc bag, just putting it through those cheesecloths. Like, all right, we got booze.
Hey, you can make it work,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's wrong with consuming a little bit of cork? You'll be okay, right?
But just a fat cork in my mouth.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Some of us can only dream of such things. Getting a fat cork in the mouth.
What exactly is a hooch though? Because I feel like it's a descriptive term too, like hoochie mama. Like what makes someone a hoochie mama? Look at that hoochie mama.
Well, I think hoochie mama is completely separate from hooch. Hooch is just like prison alcohol. You make it in your toilet.
Yeah, I'm saying what's a hoochie?
I think that's just like a chief of the streets,
Yeah, I was like,
a hoochie mama,
or is it something like notable, like being knighted, like you have now?
I mean, I can look it up.
Mama.
What is a hoochie mama?
I, the king, do declare you a hoochie mama of the court.
You are now the hoochie. What does hoochie lady mean?
It rhymes with coochie.
Sexually promiscuous. That's all it means.
Because, yeah, I guess you could. It doesn't sound like mean though. Like, if you were to, like use the old English, like a whore,
Yeah,
it's kind of like derogatory, like slut in contemporary terms is derogatory, but hoochie.
I think.
Look at that hoochie.
I think that's what it's meant to mean, and the only reason why it really got picked up in that way, I'm just gonna assume that like Tupac kind of pioneered it, because it's saying it's been used by Tupac, and like it comes from hooch, which is slang for moonshine, and it's named that because the Hoochinu tribe of Alaska, known for its potent homemade brew, and then hoochie rhymes with coochie. So they already use the word hooch in their slang, and they just like it rhymes with coochie, so it was really beneficial for their bars,
Like if anything, that could just be very racially derogatory, calling someone a hoochie. It's like, what? Because I'm like from this tribe, and you're like, oh shit, no, I didn't mean that at all. I just meant like you're permissive.
No, I'm a hoochinu, and you're making fun of me.
Yeah, that's the one person you don't call a hoochie. A fucking, like if somebody's a hoochinu, like you fucked up.
Next time I meet somebody from Alaska, I'm gonna ask them. I'm like, does the term hoochie offend you? I'm like, why would it offend me? I'm like, oh, do you not know?
Someone just college years really ran it up in Alaska. Yeah, I ran with a lot of hoochies in Alaska. It's like, whoa, buddy, hoochinu.
You don't use their word, okay?
Yeah. And there's a lot that get lost in translation, like the Redskins, like the sports team.
Yeah,
that's a derogatory term, and it denotes like it was a certain like native people that took offense to it. Where I thought and I didn't know. I thought it meant like red skin potatoes.
Yeah,
when I was a kid, like the Redskins,
the depiction of the native as their logo didn't tip you off to it.
I didn't really pay attention to the logo ever. I was just like, it's like
I didn't
potatoes,
either. I've never been a football fan, so I didn't know about it. But
like I only heard of it. I never really watched football or anything, so I thought it was just like after the potato. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then like not until like a few years, like a couple years ago, it's like the controversy and them like wanting to change it. It's like, oh, it's not a potato.
Your entire life, you're just like, that's cool that they named a football team after a potato.
Well, yeah, I never really thought, definitely football names are not very deep. Like, they're very surface level. They're like, Florida, Gators, what do them drink? Gatorade? Woo-wee, we're on to something, boys.
We're making it work out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, football team names. I mean, what are the Patriots? Why are they named the Patriots?
New England?
Yeah, but what is it? That's in like Michigan. Isn't that like in the middle of America? Maybe I'm just closely relating it too much of like I'm thinking like, what the fuck is going on? East Coast like settlers and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm thinking too much that's what they mean by patriot, but that's not what Patriot has nothing to do with that.
They're like, we were originally gonna name the team Proud Boys, but that was taken in a copyright, so we went with the Patriots.
Yeah, we did a little bit of research, and we don't want to offend those guys. They're doing great work out there.
God. Yeah, like
then you got California that's got like 6 football teams. One of them is the Raiders. Like,
yeah,
what are they raiding, you know?
Yeah.
Are they playing World of Warcraft?
I was just say they should have named them like the Pillagers. That's a hard fucking football team.
If there was a football team named the Pillagers, I wouldn't be surprised. Las Vegas Pillagers.
Just Warcraft names like the Wraths. That'd be pretty cool.
The Wraths, yeah. Or
the
fucking Tucson Paladins.
I feel like there probably is not a Tucson. There's like a Paladin, like there is probably some Christian school out there with like they always go for like the Lions or like probably like the Paladin or the Crusaders. You know,
Crusaders I could see, definitely.
Yeah.
I could definitely see Crusaders being an anime team. Did you hear that Genshin Impact is getting an anime?
Really?
Yeah. How do you feel about that? I
didn't know about that. You know, I was thinking about Genshin the other day because I didn't know it's such a big thing to like, when I was in, you know, I'll mention it for context. I was in San Francisco the past week, but when I went to Little Tokyo, they have like full-size figures and shit and like keychains and plushies and like Genshin shit. I didn't know it was like that. Like
Genshin's really popular.
Big. Yeah, because you know it's a mobile game. It's like a gacha game, but
you can play it on PC,
and it's on console too, right?
Yeah, it's kind of on everything.
Yeah, and I know, but is it like? I know my little sister would kill me right now because she's really, really into Genshin. But is it like a genuine like video game, like something people would go out and like pay for? You know what I mean? Or is it more of like?
I mean, people spend a lot of money on it.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, is it the quality of a full-fledged? Like, you know what separates like. You know, and we're gonna butcher our chances on getting the endorsement again, but like you wouldn't put like Skyrim next to Shadow Raid Legend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not
like
necessarily the same.
Beneath
like,
the other.
Genshin
you know
Impact is like anime Breath of the Wild.
And I've heard that, but I feel like it's not like is there a lot to it? Like,
I don't know. I played it for like 3 hours and I never touched it again.
Yeah, like is it
the gacha is like
set of controls, or is it more like okay?
Yeah, it's like a normal RPG, but the like champions that you play as are the gacha aspect of it. Like you'll pay, you'll get spins and like open packs, and you'll get better champions that have different abilities, and you can pick which one you want to take out to do like the quests or whatever.
Okay, so it kind of sounds like a contemporary. I mean, and there is a new one, but like a Phantasy Star Online, because Phantasy Star Online is kind of like that. Yeah. Like there's definitely a full set of controls, but it's free to play kind of gacha-esque game, pay to play,
Yeah, it definitely is at its core, I think, gacha game. I don't really know what there is to it. I don't know. All I've ever seen is people like doing the gacha aspect of it, like pulling the 5-star cards or whatever. I don't really like I said, I played it for like 3 hours and then never touched it again. So
which I will occasionally do. Like, do you play any of like the advertised games? Like, you ever get an ad for a game, you're like, oh, I'll try it out. There was one. It was kind of an anime RPG game.
Tower of Fantasy.
I don't know. Let's see. It's probably on my phone.
I know a couple people who've been playing that one recently.
Cross Summoner R.
No. I've never heard it.
I mean, it's fun, but it's a lot like Raid, where it's just like you pretty much click, go to this area, they automatically fight. I mean, you get commands, but it doesn't really change anything. You know, it's all about like the stats
Yeah.
of like the characters you have. But you know, that leads to an interesting question, like what denotes like a real video game? Do you see my cat?
I did. I was looking at her. I was like, Jesus Christ.
But because I think of, you know, back in the day when we were younger, like RuneScape was a free to play game, but it was like a legitimate full-fledged game.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, there's plenty of free games that are full games.
Yeah. Whereas I feel like the free games now are only pay to play. Like, is there any genuine free to play game that's not like a total BS game? You know what I mean?
I mean, Halo, regardless of how like the quality of the game, Halo Infinite multiplayer is free. Rocket League is free to play. The Sims is free to play next month.
Yeah.
Valorant is free to play. The only thing you have to buy there is cosmetic skins. Other than that, it's completely free.
Right. I guess
Fortnite
I'm
was
thinking
free.
of the time. RuneScape at the time, you know, and I could be spreading misinformation, but to what I recall, there was the $5 a month subscription if you just wanted to support them. Like there were no added perks at the time. Like there was nothing you could buy in game. You just played it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you got some benefits. Like, I think the subscription to RuneScape now is like you get an additional bag space or something. Like, I know Elder Scrolls has something similar where you pay the monthly. You can play Elder Scrolls Online for free, but the subscription will give you a Regent bag for like crafting materials so that they don't take up space in your inventory space.
That's another team name, the Regents.
The Regents.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool football team name. You gonna get into football or something?
I feel like I was telling this to somebody the other day. Like, the only time I'm interested in sports is if I'm betting money on it.
It's the only reason to be interested in sports.
I mean, I do, because don't get me wrong. I will say I do enjoy watching basketball. If it's on, I don't follow it, but if it's on, I find it interesting. It's the one sport I could be like, oh, this is it's intense because it's a lot of back and forth and they're scoring points. And it's like, you look down for a second, a lot happens. And then if soccer's on, I also enjoy watching that, but
Soccer's cool. I like soccer.
Yeah, I do like it. I do like watching it. I don't follow it. I can't tell you like, you know, every team or like people. If I say I like a team, people will be like, oh, what players? And I'm like, I'll be honest, I can't name a single one. I just think the team's cool from the one time I probably saw it on TV.
Yeah, tennis is cool.
I like playing tennis.
I can't play sports. I could not imagine myself moving at all.
Have you played tennis?
Yeah, I mean, when I was a child and had energy.
Bro, anytime you want, I have 2 rackets in my trunk, balls, I'm ready to go. Like, tennis to me is actually like very fun to play.
Dude, I'll go for one shot and then I'll have to sit down.
It's intense. Like people, I don't think it's regarded. Like, you know, when people think of sports, tennis doesn't immediately come to mind, but it's a full body fucking, you're exhausted after 30 seconds. It's like sprinting constantly.
Yeah.
And swinging as hard as you fucking possibly can.
I think that might just be in the circle that you're in, because tennis is like, it's pretty huge. It's pretty massive. No, I mean, the only one that I think like normal people would know is like everybody knows who Serena Williams is.
Yeah, I'm saying like if you tell someone to name sports, yeah, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'd be surprised. Test it out. Start asking people like, hey, name 5 sports right now, and see how many of them throw tennis in the mix.
Because I feel like what's coming up: football, basketball, baseball, soccer. I don't know. I put 5 fingers up. Like I'm illiterate and I can't count. All right, that's 5 of them.
That 5th one could be tennis. It's either tennis or golf. I think you're gonna find a lot of like all you need to know about somebody if the 5th one is golf or tennis.
I feel like a lot of people would even say like UFC and boxing before those, as far as what, like you said, it could be within my circle, but you know, I'm in a barber shop. Sports come up a lot, and people are very interested in fights. I get asked all the time, you know, watch the, or be like, Krushkin Kokanov versus, you know, Manny Tagala, and you're like, who?
Fighting has been pretty hot the last couple years, so
yeah,
people just like to see blood. They want to see people get decimated in the ring.
And
but tennis is popular.
I apologize. I wasn't trying to be that fucking stereotypical with like, I was gonna say Manny Pacquiao and I said Manny Tagala. For those who are Filipino and speak Tagala, I'm not very creative as a person. So I have a lot of Filipino friends which like Manny Pacquiao is like the Filipino Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, as far as, you know, Arnie does a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
He's like the actor, I mean, like
the governor,
an actor, a bodybuilder. Like,
he has a bodybuilding tournament named after him.
You know, Manny Pacquiao, fighter, also a politician. I didn't know, and he fucking is a musician. He has like an album out, and I was like, he has a really good voice, but it's all in Tagalog, so I don't understand it. But it's like, how do you get to this level of being good at many things?
You have a lot of time to do those things.
Like, to be like a Renaissance man. You know what I'm talking about? Like, have you heard that term thrown around? Like what is it? Like not a polyglot. That's different languages, but what's the name? A polymath? Yeah, a polymath.
We talked about this.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of having the time to do it and having the dedication to actually get better at things, you know? But this is kind of the conversation we've had. Like, a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, I really want to get into this, but then they go home and all they do is scroll on TikTok and lay in their bed. They don't actually do anything with that extra time they have. Yeah. Whether it be they're mentally exhausted or they just don't actually have the drive to do it. But I think that's it. You know, he probably wakes up, trains, practices guitar, and does some things. He's probably already invested in politics wherever he lives. And it just kind of all fell into place of like, when somebody actually has drive and dedication to do something, you'll find that they actually like make things happen.
It is about drive.
And power. And you know, we stay hungry.
Devour.
So we devour. Mm-hmm. That's Dwayne the Dwayneson right there.
Dude, you know how we were looking up funny shit on Etsy?
Yeah.
Which I won't give the reveal away. You know, if we get 10 subscribers after this video, we'll reveal Ryan's t-shirt he just ordered, which maybe we talked about in the last episode, but
yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
We were looking that stuff on Etsy, like all the funny t-shirts. Dude, I've gone and I saved it. It was like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, but he was it's him on like not a medieval, but a mythological like serpent body. And the name was so fucking funny. Like his head on the body. God, I hope I have it saved up here.
Am I gonna have to buy another shirt?
You know, no. So it's 3D sculpture. So I think somebody with a.
Oh, hey! Plug in your microphone.
Is this better?
Yeah, it cut out.
Oh, okay. So it's like 3D printed sculptures of hyper realistic Kirby with like real feet and like a real face on a Kirby body. It's fucking disgusting. But the same person made this. It's like Dwayne the Rock. It's like a rock something, like a giant like Leviathan snake. It's like coiled around his head.
I need it.
It's so fucking funny. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm saving this for later.
How much is it?
A collection of these oddities. I think like fucking $15, dude. It's so worth it.
That's not even bad. $15.
Yeah, because it's not painted, but you're learning how to paint these things. So, yeah.
Unpainted, you say?
Yeah.
So I can paint in whatever colors I choose.
Here, I'm gonna look it up just for the sake of I'm at my PC right now. Let's see. Dwayne the Rock Snake Etsy.
Dwayne the Rock Snake.
Oh, Dwayne the Rake Johnson.
Dwayne the Rake.
Yeah, look that up right now, and then we could put it up in the video because I want people to see this. Dwayne the Rake Rock Snake Johnson. This
Dwayne
is
the
so
Rake.
surreal.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'd take that any day of the week.
And then next.
Oh, you got to plug your mic in again.
Oh shit! I don't know why that keeps happening. Is that better?
Yeah.
But Dwayne the Rocktopus, that's pretty funny.
Yeah,
Like-
no, I think I've actually seen that one before. Now that I see it, the Rocktopus.
Oh my god, Dwayne the Rug. It's like a slug with his face.
Oh yeah.
But this one's
Jesus
just
Christ.
fucking morbid. This is not morbid, but disgusting. Humongous Among Us
Yeah.
imposter. Yeah, it's just
I
an
see that one.
imposter with a huge schlong.
Do you see the sussy
Blurred
one?
out. No. What's the sussy one?
It's the sussy Among Us imposter. It's
Oh
just-
yeah, with the legs.
Yeah.
Dude, we just need to get like a bookshelf dedicated to like all of these.
Who makes this shit, dude?
Dude,
Hey,
Dwayne the Rack Johnson. It's two titties. Each titty is his head. On a
oh my
female
god.
torso. Oh, that's only $3.50.
People are really just making quality merchandise here.
Among Rocks. Oh God.
There's also a little crock put in, like things you can put in the crock holes that are just his head.
Oh God.
Might have to get some of
Oh
those.
yeah, like those little croc charms, but it's
Yeah.
the rock. Oh my God.
Dwayne the Croc Johnson. Yeah, I mean, I'd
Dude.
take one of those. No problem.
There's one of this chick holding the slug rock, and it's like 5 stars. Here's a review with a picture. I can't stop playing with it. It's such a great fidget for my desk. He came in with a broken eye stalk, but it was a simple enough fix with some super glue. And she's like fidgeting the slug rock.
Yeah, I
Oh
don't
my
like that.
God.
That makes me it makes me a little uncomfortable.
There, I love this humongous Among Us. I'm sending one to my mom to cheer her up. She's going to absolutely love this little guy. And it's a picture of 3 of them with their dicks pointed at one another.
Hey, if you
Oh,
buy
God.
2, you can get one free.
Just when you would think it would end, the rocking chair. It's a rocking chair with his head on it.
People are really making just the best money can buy here.
These are all like $3 to $5. It would be so easy just to order one of each.
Oh, dude. Look at this.
What?
Check this one out. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, hold on. How do I? Here we go. Check out that bad boy right there.
Okay. Oh God.
The Joe Bidong.
You Joe Bidong.
Looks like there's a Donald Trump one too. You ever just want to fuck yourself with the president of the United States? Well, now you can for $20. Oh, and they come in different colors.
It's like, so a person has it, uses it for 4 years. It's like, oh, they're not president anymore. Throws it away. Buys a new one with the current I can only use the current president to get off.
I'm gonna start buying presidential dildos and just collecting them.
Collect all every president as a dildo. This is George Dickinson.
And I know what you're thinking. No, that's not because he's a dick.
And this is Abraham Lincoln.
George Washing Balls.
Oh God.
That's good stuff though. Etsy is a great place.
Yeah. I'm glad there's no like censor on it where it's like you have to be like 18 or older to view this. Or like, no, yeah, anyone could see this.
The huge Among Us one, when I clicked on it, it had censored penis.
Yeah, I think they did that though, because I mean, like, you could just go to the website, look at Joe Bidong, and it's not going to be censored.
Yeah, easily. I mean, hey, you know, why not? It's not like it's just phallic in nature. Do they have?
Exactly, because
Oh, I thought they were like in suits and had a tie, like on the.
what I hated is when Tumblr did that policy where if you looked up lewd terms, it wouldn't pop up anymore. Like they took anything pornographic in nature off. So it was like you would type in anime titties, it'd be like, hey, now it's kind of weird that you're looking that up on. Like there would be nothing.
Stop judging me, Tumblr. Isn't that what killed Tumblr?
Yeah, it is exactly what killed it, because it's like, why do you think half the people are on the site, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just because everything, you know, it could be like etchy, it could be something like artistic, but they deemed everything lewd. Like, not everything's lewd, pal. It's art, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, it can be both. Just because you deem something art doesn't mean it's not lewd.
Yeah, some things are lewd or and not art,
yeah,
like whatsoever. Like there's nothing artistic about it. It's just pure smut.
It is just lewd.
It is just disgusting.
But that's what 90% of Tumblr was. I remember at a certain point, like you just hop on Tumblr and there wasn't even anything other than that. You just scroll down and be like, yep, this is just a porn website.
Yeah.
There was another place tried doing that same thing. Oh, it was OnlyFans. OnlyFans tried to get rid of all the pornographic material on it so that they could get more advertisers, and then they had to 2 days later haha, just kidding, because they realized that that's where what everybody on there does.
There's nothing else.
There is.
I mean, hardly. I feel like people go to Patreon for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, OnlyFans was originally started to be something like Patreon, but people just, started selling nudes on it. And then it became OnlyFans.
They have the sexy little font for the cursive OnlyFans and with a little locket, looks like it's like some shit,
Yeah. No, I don't know if that logo's always been the logo, but yeah, OnlyFans was not supposed to be that. It just became that. And then they tried to take it away and go the Patreon route, so they could get more advertisers and be a little family friendly. And then they realized, wait a minute, we'll lose 95% of the people who use this platform. So they made OnlyFans Lite, which is OnlyFans without it. You can't post that stuff on there. But I don't even think people use that.
They wouldn't, because there's certainly a stigma associated with it now, because you think, if I had a client, might share it, I'm like, we're doing something with the channel, I'd be like, oh, dude, check out my Patreon. Like, that's not that weird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they were interested,
Yeah.
It's like, here's my Patreon. Oh, cool.
But if you said OnlyFans.
Oh, bro, you check out my OnlyFans. They'd be like,
I don't want to see your dick and balls, dude. It's like, no. There's nothing like that on there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, well, I mean, should I put a tier up?
I mean, yeah, tier 3 OnlyFans. I'll show you my asshole.
Yeah,
if that's what you want.
Yeah, right. Like an honest, genuine question: how much money would it take you? Like, if some random person on the internet offered you money to wiggle your toes on camera, would you do it?
Yeah.
Like, what's the minimum amount where you'd $20
do
a little toe wiggle? Really?
Yeah, why not? It's my fucking toes.
Like, you're clapping your feet together and wiggling your toes.
Well, I mean, if you want all that, I'm gonna up the price a little bit. If you just want me to take a little video of me wiggling my toes, send me $20. I'll show you my toes. I don't give a fuck.
I'm saying you're not gonna ask for a clean 100 at least.
Not just if all I have to do is turn right now and record my toes wiggling, $20. I don't give a shit. But if you want me to do a certain pose or clap them together, we can talk prices. in my DMs.
Okay, like wiggle your toes, but like with your face in it, you know?
Yeah, okay. So 25 because I have to set up the camera in a way that shows my face too.
Dude, I don't think I would take $25 for that.
It's my foot. What's the problem with it? I don't.
Because you understand everything that's going to be like all the places on the dark web that now your wiggle toes footage is going to be on, you know?
I don't give a shit. I mean, I wouldn't like come if somebody asked me. Obviously, I'm gonna start high. Somebody's like, "Hey, how much to see those little dogs wiggle around?" I'd be like, 200.
Not the little dogs.
200. Send me $200. And if they're like, "All right, deal," then fuck, I'm taking the 200. But if somebody was like, "Hey, $20 to see those dogs, just go for a walk," I'm like, "Okay, yeah, fuck it."
Okay, so I'm a client. I'm a random internet stranger making a request. I'm like, I want to see those little pups in a hot dog bun with you pouring ketchup on them while they're wiggling. Relish.
Well, once we factor in like the food cost and the
but I'm not done. I want you to say hot dogs, get you hot dogs.
Honestly, man, I might just do that for free. That's funny. Yeah, once you think like the overhead, like the cost of the materials necessary, and then like I'm doing like a bit and stuff, now it's like we're bringing more like theatrics into it. Yeah, it's probably gonna be 100 at that point because it's just gonna take some like setup. But if you just want me to like face the camera down and take a little video of my toes wiggling around, I don't care, man. Send me money.
Everybody listening, we're gonna put up Ryan's OnlyFans Lite, where for $20 he'll do anything with his toes within reason.
No.
Think
starting
about this.
At 20.
Like so where does it end? Like how much like what about stepping on like food? Like if you were to crush some biscuits with your feet, is that $20 too?
No, that's what I'm saying. If you the $20 is the base. Like think about buying a Tesla. Base is 30,000. So base level $20. You just want to see like a 5-second video of my toes wiggling around. That's $20. The more you add on top of it, the more that price is going to go up.
Yeah.
Depending on like what I have to do, what I have to purchase, what I have to get rid of, and then if I have to step on food, I'm going to have to clean my foot too. So there's going to be a cost for the like aftercare.
Okay.
So money goes up.
Here's a simple one. If I were to ask you to take a knife and spread peanut butter on one foot, jelly on the other foot, and smack them together, how much does that cost?
I'd say probably like 45, 50. You know what? The peanut butter might be a little slimy, and then like walking and stuff, I might have to clean the floor as well. So I'm gonna say 60.
But there's $60. Like that's a brand new game on Steam. All you had to do is make a peanut butter and foot sandwich.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. If anything, I feel like I'm overcharging. That's really not that great.
Yeah.
But then you can tip me on top of it, if you like my performance. Go ahead and send me
better
80.
Than the other guys I paid $60 to make a peanut butter and foot sandwich.
Yeah, I'd get into it, and I don't care.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to see my toes? Hell yeah. I'm down. I'm gonna post my Cash App in the link. Just Cash App me and write the description as what you want me to do.
How much I'm just spitballing at this point because I'm thinking of things that are like simple but complicated to do. Like how much would you take to eat an entire jar of peanut butter on camera under a minute?
Under a minute? I don't think it's possible.
You don't?
No, not at all.
Like I think challenging, but I feel like it could be done by like there's someone out there that could do it.
Absolutely not.
Take 3
spoonfuls of peanut butter and put them in your mouth one after the other. You will not be able to put another one in there.
There has to be one man on this planet that has the ability to throw down a jar of peanut butter in a minute.
Take it from the guy who literally eats peanut butter like it's ice cream. It does not go down the throat easy. I don't care what kind of throat you got, how glossed up it is. That peanut butter is going to turn into a solid inside of your throat. You would sooner like suffocate before you could get through a whole jar in under a minute.
Right, I think I just heard the door and you're not here. One sec.
Okay.
I think that was just Saya slamming into something because
She probably probably slammed into the mirror right there, or you heard the, like, door downstairs.
Yeah.
Thought you
So
were gonna have
that's
to
it
find
for
somebody.
anime news.
Hey, I brought something up.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Well, I did. Genshin Impact's getting an anime.
Oh yeah.
The only
Ryan's
other thing
feet are getting an anime.
could you imagine? $30 for the anime version.
A she had toe. She had toe.
She had toes. She had toes.
Toes.
Rent a Girlfriend
doesn't.
season 3 has a release date.
Yeah, I have my qualms because I binged the second season. I finished it, but like, is he gonna? What's that guy gonna do? What is that? What is he up to? Not
What?
the protagonist, the author. You know, because we discussed this, I think, an episode or two back. But his, you know,
Yeah.
subjective obsession with his characters.
Well, I think it's just literally going to be a back and forth. I think it's going to be the same thing every season, but I imagine people will still eat it up.
Bro, it gets old, man. I mean, and we've talked about it, but what's the last rom-com you saw animated with like a good conclusive ending where they end up together?
I don't know. I can't really remember. I'd have to like rack my brain a little bit. You know how my brain works. I can't immediately bring memories to thoughts.
No, I get it, but I'm thinking about it. I'm like, Domestic Girlfriend didn't have one.
I mean, it had kind of an ending. It's just
the manga.
They didn't end up together.
Yeah. I guess. What about Toradora? Did they end up together?
I have no idea. I know Nisekoi does.
Monster? Nisekoi, yeah, that's right.
My Little Monster, I mean, they end up together kind of early on, but
yeah,
it just kind of like flutters out into. Because I mean, with those things, it's like it's not all. I feel like more often than not, like the ending, like Nisekoi is the only one I can think of where the ending is where it's like finalized. But more often than not, like the ones where they actually get together are the ones where they get together early on, and then it just like continues, and they like have problems and stuff and whatever.
Right? Yeah. What's the one where it's like the name's slipping me? It's the really massive kind of sumo looking guy with the very petite, cute girl.
I know what you're talking about. It's something like My Teen Love Romantic Comedy. Like the name is kind of similar to that.
Love Story or something.
Yeah. My Love Story, whatever. I can't remember what it's called.
Would you consider Chinibyo and Other Delusions a rom-com?
Yeah, it's Ore Monogatari. My Love Story is the sumo guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what the one you just said is.
Oh, Chinibyo? With Rika, it's like the girl with the eye patch that like has like the adolescent syndrome where Chinibyo is like when they think they have like superpowers and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Have you never seen that one?
I feel like I've seen a couple episodes of it, but I don't think I got any bit into it.
Right.
There's just so many that are like this.
Yeah.
That I get them all confused. Anytime there's a girl with an eye patch, I just think of Another, but I've seen like 3 anime where I was like, wait, isn't this Another? And it's not. So
Another one. DJ Khaled is a character in Another.
You're moving over a little bit here.
Oh. What happened here?
I don't know if you can see, yeah.
See if I could readjust my pingus.
I'm just gonna move you over a little bit too.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, you were a little off screen there for a second. Yeah, I mean, that's all I really saw. Bleach is getting that, I think we talked about them getting the like exclusive rights on like Disney or something.
Oh yeah, is
Isn't
that
rumored? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't see anything about it, but there was that. Where is it? I just saw it. The movie or whatever, the 1,000-Year Blood War.
That's gonna be a movie.
Oh wait, no, I think it's a show.
That was the arc.
I think
yeah.
That's the show. And it starts airing on October 10th.
Hell yeah.
In Japan. So, I mean, we'll probably get simulcast for it.
One of these days.
Unless it's not on anything. I don't know. Viz posted about it, so maybe. Yeah, there's just a trailer. I don't know. I haven't watched Bleach in so long.
Yeah. I watched it. Definitely, it was over a year ago, maybe 2 years. I got pretty. I know I didn't like end it, but I was definitely like at 300 and something. I was like damn near like 20 episodes done.
Yeah, I got 100 or 200-ish episodes in, and then I was just like, yeah, I've had enough.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing, you know. I just don't really care. I did notice though, I've seen a lot of Berserk shit lately, and I'm kind of like in the headspace of like, at what point does it just turn into them just like milking it for all it's worth?
Right.
Like, I understand the movies and like doing all those things and stuff like that, but I got a notification about like some Berserk Cafe that they're making, and it's just like I can't support just the beating of the dead horse, so to speak.
Dude, speaking of, you are like the Berserk guy now, because Marco sent me a text today. He's like, yo, you got to show Ryan this. And it was the song Berserk by Oliver Francis.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I never put two and two together. Like, he's probably referencing like Berserk with that
Maybe,
song.
I don't know. He just says he's going to go Berserk.
Because he did Sephiroth in that one. He was doing a lot of anime references for that EP.
It could be like lightly. I just listened to that song a couple of days ago, and I didn't actively, because I thought of the same thing a couple of days ago. I was like, I wonder, but I didn't actively notice any like, you know, direct references to confirm that it was about Berserk, or like, you know, that it was a reference for that.
Right.
So cool nonetheless, though, you know. I'm willing to think of it that way.
Yeah.
It makes it cool. I guess Crunchyroll's adding a ton of anime movies too. What movies are we getting? Will it tell me? September 1st, Afro Samurai movie starring Samuel L. Jackson.
What?
I didn't even know he did the voice for that.
Did he?
Yeah, for Afro Samurai?
Like originally?
Maybe. I don't know. Afro Samurai voice actor. Samuel L. Jackson.
No shit. What an excellent casting for that one.
Yep.
That
TV
makes so much
miniseries,
sense.
2007, Samuel L. Jackson. Maybe that's why he has that Google thing where he says he likes anime.
Oh, yeah. But didn't he say he likes hentai?
I think, was that it?
I think so.
Samuel L. Jackson, man of culture, confirmed.
Yeah.
There's also another one, Bang Dream, Poppin' Dream. Odd Taxi movie, the two Psycho-Pass movies, Sinners of the System, Case 1 and Case 2. Oh, and Case 3. So I guess there's 3 Psycho-Pass movies on September 8th, which is already on there. The Girl Who Leapt Through Time just went on there yesterday. Sword of the Stranger, the Black Butler movie.
September 20 movie.
Yeah, Book of the Atlantic.
Watch that one?
No, I think I watched a couple episodes and it wasn't really for me.
Same here, but I kind of want to retry it.
The Jujutsu Kaisen movie is going to be on there on the 21st.
Oh, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking these are new movies. Are these just movies that have existed?
Yeah.
They're putting on Crunchyroll? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking these are all new. I'm like, man, these are some old titles. making movies now, you know?
Yeah. No, it's just they're putting more movies onto Crunchyroll. Got a bunch of ones that I don't know, and then 3 Code Geass movies. Le Louch of the Rebellion 1, 2, and 3. Oh, 4.
You know, it's ridiculous at this point. And we've touched on this too many times, so I'll just go over it briefly because I saw a new one to the fray. But there's so many fucking streaming services that like get one show to try to tie you in. But I saw an ad on Instagram for the Dragon Ball movie that just came out, but they're like, oh, subscribe to Stars, the only place you could watch this movie, you know? And I'm like, who the fuck's gonna get Stars Entertainment for anime? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah. Like, I wish these normie fucking services would like stick to their shit. Like, you know, show The fucking Office, show Good Will Hunting. Leave anime for the services where people mostly watch anime.
Yeah, I'd get Stars for Good Will Hunting. Like, they don't got to dip into the anime scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, just like, you know, I'm all for a one world anime government. Like, you know, we've talked about this already. Just one, damn it. VRV was close. VRV was close to achieving it. I think there was one point in time they had Crunchyroll, High Dive, and Funimation all under that umbrella. Like, yeah, that made sense.
Would you be willing to go on the record to say that you support monopolization of companies?
When it comes to anime, yes.
Write that down. Write that down. Okay, that's all we need.
$30, damn it. For one
hold on. This is we don't start high. Charge me $5.
Yeah,
for all of it.
All right, $5 for the wiggle toes, but
because if we say we want to be charged $5, you know we're getting 15.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You say you're willing to pay 30, that shit's gonna be $60. No, it's gonna be like I'm getting a whole direct TV subscription.
I really ain't paying 30, but the point I'm getting at is I would pay more for a single service that just had it all, where I did not have to leave. It had Netflix anime, it had like every anime, but then it gets into a weird fray, like what denotes anime from the rest, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just animation, isn't it?
Yeah, but is it just Japanese anime? I mean, are they going to start putting Marvel shit on there? Like,
if you say anime, you're probably talking because it's just Japanese animation.
Yeah,
so it's probably
I feel like that's
just
what it encompasses. But
animation studios from Japan.
Because I kind of, this sounds so bad, but like I don't like when they mix. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if it's in a different subcategory, I don't really care.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff. Like the DC animated movies are really sick. Then you have things like Vox Machina and Castlevania.
Invincible.
Yeah, you know? Invincible.
I loved Invincible, but I wouldn't want to see Invincible on Crunchyroll. Like, it would throw the vibe off. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I don't think like Crunchyroll's UI probably wouldn't be great to have it on there, but if it was something like how Netflix is or how a lot of the other ones are, where it has like the bars and you can go in and view all in a certain category, if it had its own category. Crunchyroll doesn't really have that. They do, but it's mostly based on like genre and stuff.
Right.
Which I mean, I guess they could put that in there, but yeah, I don't want to see it like mixed in if I go to a, slice of life section and I'm getting American animation in there. I don't really want it to take up the space, but I don't think it would really bother me too much. I'd just be like, why is that here?
The point we're getting at is we're saying we want a totalitarian monopoly and segregation to take place in anime.
Yeah. I think we should bring back monarchies.
Didn't we just like lose one?
Yeah, the queen died.
There's like a king now?
I don't know. Shit. I didn't keep up with it that much. I was just looking at the funny memes.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I'm like, it's like an event like that can't be taken seriously anymore. It's like
a lot of people
memes.
A lot of people took it seriously. I mean, there was a lot of memeage going on, but you know, a lot of people took it seriously, and even in the meme sector of it, people were making fun of it because of her, like, you know, her past and primarily the monarchy's past of colonization and shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I did see a lot of sad, upset people, but I'm like, what did the queen do?
Recently, nothing. The monarchy is like somebody related it to something in America that's like they don't really do anything. I mean, they can, you know, if they step in and say something, then I mean, they are still the royal family, but they don't really have a whole lot of political power anymore. But that's only been like recently.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a history buff, but I'd say like within the last 20 years, because the queen was the queen for 70 years. And when she started, she, like, one of the big things I've seen people talk about was that, like, she put a stop to people in Britain or whatever trying to, like, create a democracy where people were voted in. She was like, no, I'm the queen. When she was, you know, they were colonizers. That's what they did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, because, you know, I looked into it briefly a long time ago, but I was like, what? Because, you know, they have a prime minister, so I'm like, what power does the royal family hold? And yeah, it's not much, but really they just own a lot of land.
Yeah, they're just figureheads.
They own a lot of the geography. They're just a face. They're very wealthy, but there's not like a lot of altruistic qualities of the royal family. Like, oh, they gave away 90% of their wealth to help the impoverished in Britain. Like, no, they kind of just demonstrate their wealth.
Yeah, they did have a lot of like charities under them, but you know, like all that shit is just a public image thing, which I'm not going to talk too much shit about because it's like at least there is things like that happening, but
better than nothing, right?
The monarchy was literally just figureheads. They were just something that's like, God save the queen. You know, it's there was no real purpose to them. The monarchy, the royal family is just like, this is our royal family. You know, I saw a lot of people talking about, it's like, we lost our queen. But a couple months ago, I saw everybody saying, like, hey, I can't wait for the queen to die because we all get a week off work.
You know, yeah, and I feel like what it did create, which was pretty cool, is like in every medieval movie, there was always one extra. Like, he wasn't a major character, but he was always just this drunkard at a bar that's drinking. He's like, slams his drink down. And he's like, I say, fuck the queen. And then he gets like, taken away.
Fuck the queen. And it's Tuesday, innit?
And it's Tuesday, innit? And then just like the royal guard takes him away, and he's like, that's right. I said it.
That's like right. You like, can't silence me.
That had to be a real guy, where he just had the balls on him. He's just from a fucking village that had enough of the royal family shit. They never did anything for him. His kid just died of leprosy at age, 12, and he's like, you know what? They ain't never did anything for us anyway. Fuck the queen.
Did you see the video? I just tried to Google it, but I can't find it. There was an old lady like a while ago who was recorded, and she was basically saying, she was like, I hope the queen fucking dies. Like, that could be her. I mean, it's not a drunk guy in a bar, but she was definitely, she was just like, oh, fuck the queen. I hope she fucking dies.
I mean, yeah, there was like cultures against it, where like the whole no gods, no kings thing, about like the monarchies and no kings. Yeah, I found it, fascinating. So like a fashion designer I followed for a while, Vivienne Westwood, she's known as kind of like the epitome of like, she brought like punk into like, mainstream fashion, what was very like anti, the government, anti the hierarchies, fuck it. But she like put out a statement saying like the queen was such a great lady, and like this big essay, and everyone was like pissed. They're like, bruh, like you're supposed to be like the epitome of what like the punk movement was, and you're like pretty much like, I stand by the queen.
Yeah.
And, like, was kind of a slap. There,
Yeah.
there's my cat spinning again.
Only when it suits these people, truly.
Yeah.
God save the Queen.
God save the Queen.
Well, from what I'm seeing, I don't really see a whole lot else going on in anime land.
Yeah.
That at least I give a shit about. Spy Family is the most watched anime of 2022. That was from a while ago, though. I think we talked about that. That's how far down I've scrolled here.
New anime 2023, Kami-sama Save the Queen.
Ooh.
That could be pretty sick.
Kikuno Sato Brewery has released an Attack on Titan Sake limited edition.
That sounds pretty dope.
That'd be something that I would like not want to drink, but I would probably drink.
Yeah.
Beyond the
Kinda
Wall.
like my bottle of whiskey that had my name laser engraved on it. You wouldn't want to drink that, would you?
You had that?
That's the one you drink. It was the cool one.
Laser engraved on it?
Yeah, it was the special. Remember I said special one because my parents got it at Four Roses. You got my name etched on it.
Oh, I didn't see your name.
I didn't see a name on it. There's literally a fucking name on it. We got to get like some brown food coloring, like, you know, some water, and just like make the perfect mixture. Make it look like a full bottle.
No, it's still, you still just keep the bottle.
True.
Yeah. The bottle doesn't go anywhere.
God save the whiskey.
I mean, that's what's special about it too, right?
Yeah. These smell faintly of whiskey now.
Yeah.
But still like a rock. It does impart a rocky aftertaste.
Yeah. Yeah, the rocks don't really work all too well.
Yeah, they really don't. Maybe on Etsy. I imagine someone had to have made this. If they haven't, bleep it out because it's $1 million idea. But think of it, his head as an ice cube melting in your drink.
We could make it.
We could definitely make this. You heard it here first.
We just got to get the file of
The 3D render of his head.
It's like somebody's shooting guns outside. Give me a second.
Well, that's where we're moving. All right. Well, Ryan's finding out if gunshots or not. Like this video and subscribe that it's not a gunshot. Share the video if it is a gunshot. That sounds right. That's the appropriate course of action here.